Alright, this game that I'm recording is kind of late in the evening. But I decided to do a recording because I kind of wanted to put some videos up that would end up going on my LOL fan site profile, I guess, as some videos. So here's a game that I played a couple days ago, I think. No, I'm sorry. Actually, I played this last night. I'm playing Gragas with some of my roommates. So let's see. We have Squishy, one of my roommates, is Kale. Talon is Ash. Garundian is Galio, and then our random stranger, Carl Rove, as Blitzcrank, against a Kassadin, an Alistair, a Rumble, a Sona, and a Vayne. Let's see. 1 moment while I have something to drink real quick. So you can see, based on our comp, that we're going to have our Kale run support with Ash as our range carry. Galio and Blitzcrank laning together. Not the greatest lane comp, but it's not terrible. I should mention this is a normal game, just kind of a fun game that my roommates and I kind of wanted to mess around in. One of my roommates is working on learning to play range carries. So, what better way to practice than play a bunch of normal games with your roommates? So one of the things I guess I'll break into is how I play Gragas. Oh, there's a CV from the opposition. As Gragas, I run kind of a standard caster setup. 9-0-21 in your masteries, getting all the relevant masteries basically. And then, although to be with the 9 in attack tree, definitely getting the spell penetration over the ignite, because the 10 AP off of the ignite isn't that much. That's really weird. With runes, I run Magic Pen reds, yellows of health per level, blues of AP, I believe, and quints of AP as well. Pretty sure that's how I run it. Let me double check to see if that's correct.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
9% cooldown reduction. I may run cooldown reduction blues. I can't quite remember. But in any case, the only really weird thing there with Gragas is really the health yellows. I like them. You can run mono regen if you really want. It's sort of up to you. Personally, I just kind of like it because it gives me a little bit of extra in the early, and as the game progresses, it kind of gives me a nice amount of health, so I can kind of bully people around, especially at mid.
Minions have spawned.
So this game's kind of interesting because I really expected the Kassadin to mid against me, because based on their comp, they could have either gone Kassadin, Alistair, or Rumble as a mid. If Alistair went AP, Alistair could try to bully me a little bit. Rumble, the same thing. And then Kassadin with the silence can be a really good mid. Not against everybody, but against Gragas it can be kind of nice. So it was kind of weird midding against Vayne. I don't think Vayne is as strong of a mid against casters that have reach, because she has to use a lot of her footwork to... Whoops, there you see me miss the last hit. I'm not exactly the greatest in my sitting when I'm trying to also harass a champ. Kind of get distracted. But basically, the big problem here is that the lane isn't super strong. Vayne's a pretty okay champion. She's got good damage, but she really can't threaten me as well as, say, another caster could in the early. Because her early game damage isn't bad. It's not, she's got decent early game damage, but really the thing that's going to hurt me the most is going to be someone that's a caster that can kind of put high burst on me. Oh, there's some weird lag there. I'm using LOL replay, so it's kind of weird that would be that. But sometimes my computer likes to be retarded and lag a little bit. So here you see me just kind of hanging out, looking to last hit, but mistimed my Q on that one. Miss an E there. Not the best play. If she was really trying to capitalize on it, she would, return fire against me. But, she's not really feeling it as well. You see me take a drink, kind of making sure to up my passive, so I take the 10% damage reduction. Skill order, I tend to go with Gragas. I tend to favor his Q and his W. You only really need 1 point in your E. There you see me kind of box her off. Make a bit of a misplay there. I probably shouldn't have used my E there, or I probably shouldn't have missed my E, but I did get her to flash, which for me is extremely important to try and force opponents to make mistakes like that. She probably didn't need the flash and honestly could have gotten away without using it. But as is the case, you know, some people freak out and they misjudge certain things and they want to be careful, so they you know, they'll burn their summoner. They see me catch a really nice slam into her, flash ignite, hit her once. Unfortunately, I misjudged that myself and only have my you know, I only have my W up, which does not help me. However, right now I'm establishing that I do a really good amount of damage to her, and so she kind of has to play it very safe in order to really be able to do anything against me. So she's looking to just shoot me a little bit and stay, you know, kind of be able to stay in lane and have and be able to compete. Problem is that it's immensely hard to do that against Gragas once he's proven that he can do that much damage to you that early. Because his damage really is a lot for the early game. He's got really, really good damage and really good lane sustain in the early game. As the game goes on, his damage tends to top out a bit compared to other casters. But